foiling. You might have heard the term. But it's not about the art of wrapping aluminum foil so tightly around a chicken drumstick that it gives you the illusion of retaining freshness. This is a different kind of foiling. Hydrofoiling. Welcome to the Wipeout Weekly, the daily podcast for beginners, wannabe surfers, and seasoned wipeout enthusiasts. No hype, no filler, just the highs, lows, and honest truth about learning to surf and finding your place in surf culture. I'm your host, Suze Wilson. Let's go out. A couple of weeks ago, there was a dude at my local break wheezing around the lineup, making me wish he was a paddleboarder because he was riding a monstrosity other known as an efoil. I bet you've seen them around because apparently efoiling is the next best thing in water sports, combining elements of traditional wakeboarding, kiteboarding, hydrofoil surfing, and surfing. So basically, it's a Frankenstein of water sports. An expensive Frankenstein, too, because these electricity-powered boards, unless you buy them directly from the Temmuz of water sports, retail for about $8,000 to $15,000. That made me think, how did we even get here? To this surfboard-like board that doesn't touch the water surface, can shred for miles, and may inflict even more serious injury than a big wave gun. Hydrofoiling has been around for centuries. The first patent was filed in 1869 and was initially used in boat design. The principle hasn't changed. A hydrofoil is a wing, or foil, placed under the hull of a boat or board that, as forward speed increases, generates lift, raising the hull out of the water. The result is reduced drag and therefore higher speeds and or greater efficiency. Hydrofoil tech trickled into recreational and water sport domains much later, in the later 20th century. There was a water ski hydrofoil, a surfing kneeboard hydrofoil, and a sit-down foil, which you also may know as an air chair, that was ridden in 1984 for the first time. Hydrofoiling among surfers gained notoriety when we all watched Laird Hamilton and Dave Kalama riding hydrofoils at Jaws in Maui in Step Into Liquid in 2003. Laird had been experimenting with hydrofoils for years because he knew that they could reduce the drag that prevented a rider from getting enough speed to outrun the biggest waves. That was Laird's reasoning. But hydrofoils don't need the biggest swells to be fun. You can use them like a regular surfboard and small surf, or you can combine it with a paddle, that's SUP foiling, or a kite, that's kite foiling, or a wing. Or you can get towed behind a boat or a water ski. Finally, you can become totally sufficient by spending $8,000 to $15,000 to add an electric motor and a remote to your board. If I sound like I am not a fan of efoiling, it's because I am not a fan of efoiling. The same way I am not a fan of electric surfboards, even if there is no danger of accidental electrocution per se. What I love about foiling, kite, wing, SUP, is that it removes the main source of surf aggro, where waves are a limited resource. You can foil as far away from the lineup as humanly possible, and it's all good when you stay out of the way. As one Redditor put it, I too wing foil, and it's great to go out and surf for 12 plus miles in an hour while riding waves, swell, and beating up wind. The best part is there is no competition for waves, so everyone is friends on the beach and eager to help newcomers. Learning was a bitch, though. And while it's not as cheap as surfing, like a beat-up wave storm from the Facebook Marketplace for $50, you can find a wing foil package for under $1,500. I've also been told that it feels like a hoverboard. a new branch of the tree trunk surfing. And under wind power, you feel like Poseidon's spawn. Okay, I'm not going to be trying it anytime soon, so do let me know how you get on. And that's all for today. Check out the Wi-Fi Weekly for our free newsletter, more stories and ways to connect with us. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow for more of the Wi-Fi Weekly.